Hey YouTube, it's Justin, aka Demonic Sweaters, back again with another drum lesson. Today we're going to be doing kind of an intermediate type lesson, a little bit above the beginner level. This one's going to be talking about 16th note grooves. And I came up with 7 different grooves for you guys to learn, and hopefully these will help you, kind of learn how to incorporate 16th notes, not only on your hi-hat, but also on your snare drum, and also incorporating some open hi-hats in there as well, and just give you some ideas, and you can take these and kind of expand upon them and add them to your drumming vocabulary. So anyway, before we get started, be sure to follow my link down below for my Spotify playlist. This has a lot of songs and bands and artists and solo stuff that I play drums to, as well as other instruments, mostly drums, but there's a lot of music for you guys to check out. So check that out down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment as well, because that helps out the YouTube algorithm so I can continue making these lessons for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first one we're going to be doing here is just kind of like a basic 16th note groove. And what I mean by that is we're going to be doing 16th notes the whole time on the hi-hat, and we're going to be doing like a basic drum beat with that. So here's how it goes. All right, so in case you've never played 16th notes before on the hi-hat or between the snare drum and the hi-hat, basically what you want to do is first learn how to count it. So to count 16th notes, we count them 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And then we're just going to be putting the snare drum on the 2 and 4 as well as on the 2 and a. So 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And then you might have noticed I'm putting the bass drum on the 1 and the 3 and 3 and. 1, 2, a 3 and 4. 1, 2, a 3 and 4. 1, 2, a 3 and 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. Oops. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, now what's happening there is I'm never stopping and going right, left, 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 right, left. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. If the snare hits on a 2 and 4, I'm using my right hand. If it lands on an E or an I'm using my left hand. In this case, it's landing on an 2 E and because that's where the 16th note would be, which hand it would be on if you're counting it out. 1 E and a 2 E and is my left hand. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. But I'm never changing that sticking pattern. It's always right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now, if you're left-handed, everything will be the opposite, and it would be left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. But that never changes in this particular beat. So let's play it again. I'll do it faster this time. Okay, one more time slow. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now notice when I'm going to that I'm crossing my left hand underneath my right hand to hit the snare drum. Some of you might have already noticed that and, are familiar with this, but I figured I would, just stress that point in case you weren't familiar with how to do that. Some people might try to go over this hand. You don't want to do that. Okay, now this beat, this is the simplest one in this exercise. And I think you should, if you're struggling with this one, practice this one until it's easy. Because once you get the sticking down and you realize that your left hand is hitting a snare on E's and U's, and your right hand is hitting the snare on ands and the numbers, then it'll make the rest of this exercise easy. Because what we're going to be doing next is actually combining 8th notes and 16th notes in the same groove. So for the second groove, it's going to go like this. So 1 and 2 and up 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and up 3 and 4 and. Slow it down. Now here, of course, I wouldn't be playing my snare drum with the right hand because I'm playing 8th notes on the hi-hat. So there's no need to switch to the right hand on my snare drum, but the left hand is still, basically the left hand is playing on the 2 and 4 as well as the 2 and the 16th note. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so for the next one is basically the same type of drum beat, except now we're adding another 16th note on the snare drum on the 3E. So we have one now on the 2E and the 3E before the and of the 3. So it goes like this. 1 and 2 and up 3E and 4 and 1 and 2 and up 3E and 4 and. All right, let me slow it down. 1 and 2 and up 3E and 4 and 1 and 2 and up 3E and 4 and. Just threw in a crash there, but it's not on the page. Speed it back up again. All right, let's move on to exercise number 4 now. Now, number 4 is also placing 16th notes kind of sporadically throughout the groove, but this time we're doing them on the hi-hat instead of on the snare drum. We're not going to be doing it the whole time, but we're going to selectively place 16th notes on the hi-hat, and we're also adding in another kick drum on the 1 and on this one as well. So let me play the groove first, and then I'll break it down. And up 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and up 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and up 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and up 3 and 4 and. Okay, so let me slow that down. 1E and 2 and up 3 and 4 and 1E and 2 and up 3 and 4 and. So you might have noticed the 16th notes on the 1E and the 2 and So 1E and 2 and up 3 and 4 and 1E and 2 and up 3 and 4 and 1E and 2 and up 3 and 4 and 1E and 2 and up 3 and 4 and. I might have thrown in an extra one there towards the end. That happens sometimes. You just get in the groove and you start throwing stuff in there without really thinking about it. All right, so now let's move on to exercise number 5. We're going to go back to what we played on exercise number 2, except now we're going to add in some opening of the hi-hat, like so. and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1. So I'm opening on the 1 and. Slow it down one more time. Now, like my other exercise on opening the hi-hat, it's very important that you close the hi-hat in the appropriate spot. I should actually start marking that on my exercises, but I don't. But I'm closing it on the 2. So basically, as soon as I hit that snare drum, I'm closing at the same time, and I'm still hitting it. You know, a lot of times you'll still hit it even when you close it, even though it does make a sound when you close your hi-hat, but it's a different sound. So still hit your hi-hat when you close it, unless you're going for that sound where, you know, you're not trying to hit it when you close it. But for the most part, people will still hit it when they're closing it, unless you were Charlie Watts, because he used to do that a lot. He would do like not hit when he closed his hi-hat. Can't really tell that much of a difference, but it feels kind of awkward, and it looks kind of awkward too when you don't hit it when you close the hi-hat in the middle of a groove. So I would close it. Anyway, here it goes again. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1. And 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one is basically the same as exercise 3. It's now we're adding in 2 places that we're opening the hi-hat. So this one's going to go like this. Slow it down. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. Now, you could, on all of these grooves, for the 16th notes on the snare, you could ghost those notes. And what I mean by that is you play them a little softer, and it actually sounds kind of cool if you do that. But that might come further down the road. If you're still struggling with getting just the groove, don't worry about playing them as ghost notes until it becomes comfortable, and then you can start working on your dynamics. All right, time to do groove number 7. Now, this one is definitely the most challenging of the bunch. And this one, what we're doing is almost like groove number 4, except I've added in one more 16th note on the 3E, and then I open the hi-hat on the 1 and the 3 and. Okay, so I'll put it up on the screen there if that didn't make sense. But so here's how this one goes. Okay, let me slow that down. 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and. Speed it up again. Oops, speed it up again. All right, that's going to be all for this lesson today, everybody. Hopefully you guys found that educational and helpful. If you did, please click the thumbs up. Let me know down below, post a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next time, and have a great day. Later.